I chose the Avanti Aesthetics Academy. I had been recommended it through a number of friends. Plus, when I looked at the material that was available and the way that they structured the 2 days, there wasn't too much incorporated into the 2 days. So I didn't feel like I would be overwhelmed with the amount of material that we were taking on. I also was really wanting to find something where I could immediately have the confidence to begin injecting and begin treating patients, and I feel that I definitely got that. And the only way that that would have worked is because I knew what we were expecting in the course. There wasn't a lot. It was structured really well. The theory and the practical was all done really nicely together and tied in perfectly. For me, that gave me all the confidence. To other delegates, I would say make sure that you don't just take a course because it says that it's going to teach you lots and lots of different things in 2 days or 1 day, because you think it's cheaper to pay for 1 day or for 2 days, or it's going to take too much of your time out. Try to understand that the information is very overwhelming. It's new to us, and it was to me for sure, and that you really need to be able to absorb things as you go along the way, or you're not going to have the confidence at the end. The pre-course material was sent well out in advance, so there was no excuses about not having time to read it. It was really well structured, and in fact it wasn't, although initially when I opened it I thought there was a lot, when you go through it there isn't. It's just what you need to know prior to coming here, plus it was stressed that everything they would go over and they would talk to us in detail about it, so it gave us enough time to read it more than once and have questions ready to ask Dr. Parrott when we got here. The theory and practical elements are really well combined together. So Dr. Parrott goes through the theory really nicely, but without separating the theory and the practical elements. So he incorporates the theory throughout the day. So even though you're just injecting models and that's just the practical bit, he will keep on reminding you of the theory. So there's no way that he will let you forget it, and that goes for both of the days. And even the second day when you're doing the dermal filler, he'll go back to the Botox theory just to make sure you don't have any questions and you've understood it thoroughly. The models that were provided were fantastic. They were varied, not just in the type of model and the personality or gender, but also in the cases. You could tell that they really selected the models perfectly for us. So we were treating not the same thing one after the other, but everybody had something a little bit different. Some lines in some places, some wrinkles in other places that he may not have covered prior to that, but we got the chance to learn more than we had bargained for because these models had those issues that they were concerned about. The advantages of the Avanti Aesthetics course, definitely the trainer, somebody who does not just know his stuff and has a lot of experience, but somebody who really engages with us as a group, us personally. Another advantage is having a small size group. That definitely helped. It felt like we had one-to-one training the entire time. Even if you didn't really want to ask a question because for whatever reason you didn't feel you wanted to ask it in front of the group, you could always pull Dr. Parrott out separately and ask him, and he's happy to answer absolutely any questions. One of the final advantages for me really was the amount of material that we took in. Yes, it was foundation, it was across 2 days, and there was a lot of other courses that can give you more in 2 days, but for me it was just the right amount. I would 100% pick. In fact, I don't think I would look at going anywhere else, because I can see that this is exactly what I wanted, and I've come away from the course feeling so confident, feeling like I have 150% post-course advice and care, and a huge wealth of people who have been on this course and Dr. Parrott himself, who is stressed that he's made himself available to us after this course. Yes, 100%. I think I could handle complications after this. Dr. Parrott spent a really good amount of time going over complications, serious, not so serious, a step-by-step protocol of what to do, and he's stressed that he's available should we need to contact him at any point or send him any photos or anything like that. And I wouldn't be afraid to treat somebody just because of the side effects, because I know how to handle them. I thought the associated trainers with Avanti Aesthetics were fantastic, really friendly, very approachable. They are all trained exactly the same as Dr. Parrick, so you're not getting any conflicting advice anywhere. When you're working not with Dr. Parrick but with somebody else, it's exactly the same. It's like you're working with his clone, so perfect.